Welcome to F1 Academy. 15 female drivers, 5 teams, 21 races, and it all starts here at the Red Bull Ring in Spielberg. I'm Derin Adetosoye and I'm excited to bring you the first rounds of the 2023 F1 Academy Series. F1 Academy is here to break barriers, to support, develop and advance the pathways of women both on and off the track, and to help women and girls achieve their goals of reaching the pinnacle of motorsport. And with the full backing of Formula One and its CEO Stefano Domenicali, the series has all the right elements to be a success. Speaking of inspiring leaders, F1 Academy's Managing Director Susie Wolff has been a true trailblazer for women in motorsport. And having been the most recent female driver to compete in an official F1 session, she knows exactly what it takes to reach the top. Not only that, having success as both team principal and CEO, she's bringing her vast leadership experience to drive F1 Academy towards its goals. We're here with Susie to hear her views on the road ahead. Susie, hi.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. Very happy to be here for the first F1 Academy race weekend. How have you been finding it?
It's a very special moment. Obviously, the first race, it's the start of this journey, and we have so much big ambition for the future that it's great to get it all finally on the road.
Yeah, as you say, it's just the beginning, but looking ahead to the rest of the season and beyond with F1 Academy, what are your goals and ambitions?
They're big goals and ambitions. I think 100% Formula One Academy has to be more than just a series for 15 young female drivers. We want to become a movement that inspires the next generation, that creates opportunity and really increases participation both on and off the track. We want more women and young girls entering the sport so that the talent pool increases and the best can really rise through the ranks. We're breaking down the whole difficulty of the transition into single-seater racing. 21 races, 15 test days for a fixed financial contribution. That I could only have dreamed of when I was racing, and that's what makes me so proud. And then obviously Formula One Academy is making sure that we're putting the building blocks in place that off-track young girls and women are being inspired and helped in their progression. That's placements, internships, scholarships, workshops, events where they can really be opened to all the opportunities, and that is very much part of our plans for the future.
F1 Academy provides a foundation for young female drivers to race in a single-seater series with the ultimate goal of reaching the F1 starting grid. The 15 drivers represent nations from all over the world, from Uruguay to the Philippines and the UAE to countries all across Europe. The drivers range in age from just 16 years old to 25 and have all had different routes into F1 Academy. We caught up with some of those drivers to find out exactly how they're feeling about joining this series. Hamda, Amna, we finally made it to the first F1 Academy race weekend. How are we both feeling ahead of it?
Really excited. Yeah, I'm super stoked.
And of course, you're both racing on the same team, MP Motorsport. Am I right in that this is your first time racing in a team together?
Actually, we've raced before, but in karting.
Okay, amazing. On the same team?
Yes.
Okay, so how does that play out? Do we have a bit of sibling rivalry or do you guys have each other's back?
No, we have each other's back, like even on track. I mean, anyone that pushes my sister off, I would come
like, no, no, no. So how does it feel to be taking part in the series?
Actually, last year I was stuck not knowing what I would do the years after. And then F1 Academy just came up and I was like, oh my God, lifesaver, I can actually do something now. So yeah, it's a good opportunity for a lot of women in the sport and I'm really happy to be a part of it. Yeah.
And you're both representing the UAE on the grid. How does that feel, especially knowing that you're such a big role model to so many young girls out there?
I mean, I never saw it in me. I always thought of other girls being role models. I see so many girls in different categories, not just in sports, being a role model to me. So when they call me a role model, I'm like, no, stop.
Stop it. And when you think of F1 Academy, if you were to describe it in 3 words so far, how would you say?
Experience, track time, and fun.
Nice.
F1 Academy in 3 words is believing in girls.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. And we're so excited to see you both on the track. Chloe, first ever F1 Academy race weekend. How are you feeling?
Obviously a bit nervous, I've got the butterflies in the stomach, but yeah, I think it's going to be a good weekend.
This is your first year racing cars, and what an amazing opportunity to be in F1 Academy. How have you been finding it so far, especially working with such an iconic team like Prema?
Yeah, I think F1 Academy really came at the right time for me. Once we heard about the opportunity, we really wanted to jump at it. Unfortunately, we couldn't really find many contacts to the team, so it was great that Prema gave us a call and gave us this amazing opportunity. We get a lot of track time, we get a lot of experience, and this is what I need to start improving.
And now you're actually the youngest driver on the grid, just 16 years old. How special is it for you to be racing in F1 Academy?
I think the series is really great. It's a really good opportunity to help build a base in motorsport and help to get the key skills of, you know, overtaking, race starts, qualifying, and just performing under pressure. And also the publicity that the F1 Academy gives us is really good.
So looking ahead to the race calendar, where would you say you're most excited to race at?
I think I've said this a lot, but Austin in Texas.
It's going to be amazing.
I've never met any of the current F1 drivers, so I think it's going to be a great opportunity.
Yeah, lots of phones out getting those Instagram photos.
I'm a fan as well.
Yeah, I love that. That's how it should be. F1 Academy isn't just about the drivers, it's about the incredible women working in the teams, such as race engineers, tyre technicians, mechanics, you name it. The world of motorsport is open to everyone, and F1 Academy is a showcase of the incredible women and the opportunities available to them. One of the F1 Academy drivers also has a role within Aston Martin Formula One team as a trackside support engineer, and on top of that is also a university student studying aeronautical engineering. We caught up with Megan Gilks to find out how she balances her role with driving alongside her education and career. Megan, first F1 Academy weekend, how are you feeling ahead of your big debut?
So excited. It's such a fantastic opportunity to be able to race with F1 Academy this season and racing on the world stage too. So many amazing circuits that we get to go to. But also hopefully it provides an opportunity for young girls to be able to look at F1 Academy and think, someday I can do that, and then I can keep progressing up the racing ladder just like how we are doing at the moment.
And tell me, how is it working with your teammates? You're on the grid with Abby Pulling and Jessica Edgar, really competitive drivers. Have you built a relationship with them yet, hanging out? Is a group chat set up yet?
There isn't a group chat set up yet, no. Yeah, they're great. I mean, I've never raced against Abby, but she's got quite the reputation behind her. And Jess, I raced against last season in GB4. She's so lovely, and she's driving really well at the moment. So yeah, it's great having such a friendly teammate. She's kind of like a little sister to me, which is awesome.
Oh, I love that. After 2 exciting practice sessions, qualifying for race 1 saw Marta Garcia come out on top. But of course, the big question is going to be, will she be able to hold that position and go on to win the first ever round of the F1 Academy? Let's hand over to Harry Benjamin, who will be running us through everything you need to know ahead of race 1.
And the first ever race of F1 Academy is go. All drivers getting off the line well. Good start back. I think that was from the Sauber-backed driver of Lena Buller with a good start. But up front, heading into turn 1, is the number 15 red and white Prema of Marta Garcia, who gets away from pole well. They all make it cleanly through Niki Lauda curve. Turn 1, as Garcia has to move to the inside line to defend from Nerea Marta, who managed to get a good start in front of Bianca Bustamante. So Bustamante losing a position there. Then the MP Motorsport car just behind her as well. That looks like one of the MPs making their way through. A little bit of an incident there, though. That's the number 2 of Lola Lovenforce coming together, and Emily de Hoos involved in that as well. Carrie Schreiner and Lena Buller. Let's see how it happened then. So Marta Garcia makes her way through, followed by the Campbells, and then yeah, there's the contact there. Carrie Schreiner just getting caught up as well. The safety car will peel in, and I think Marta Garcia has gone quite quickly, but how quickly can they close up? Marty will be trying to use the slipstream. And Garcia has to take the inside line, but through goes Marty to take the lead here in race 1 for F1 Academy. It's Marty ahead of Garcia. Garcia up into the slipstream of Nerea Marty. She squeezes her. She's on the inside line. Here goes Garcia through the number 15 car, making its way through back into the lead for Marta Garcia. Brilliant move. Bianca Bustamante under so much pressure here for that final spot on the podium. Abby Pulling in the pink Rodin Carlin, fighting with the all-orange MP Motorsport car of Hamda Al-Khabaisi. She's run wide, and that allows Jess Edgar through in the other Carlin. It's nearly 2 wide, it's nearly 3 wide. 4 cars battling for third. It's the red and white Prema of Bianca Bustamante who leads this gaggle. Abby Pulling is trying to find a way through, and there's a little bit of a check up there from Bianca Bustamante. That forces Pulling out wide, and Hamda Al-Khabaisi has had to spin out because of it. Meanwhile, Jess Edgar skates through and is now battling right up there with third place Bianca Bustamante. Moves really kicking off now on the dying stages of this race 1 for F1 Academy. Marta Garcia wins the first F1 Academy race. Then it's Nerea Marty, but who comes across in third? Who can get it on the line? It's Bianca Bustamante ahead of Jess Edgar. The Spanish racer is victorious.
It feels great to be finally back on a win, and obviously being the first podium of the F1 Academy ever. So it's really nice, feels really cool.
Race 2 sees a unique format to make up the grid. The top 8 drivers from the first qualifying session will be reversed for race 2, with the remaining qualifiers being in their original positions for the race. With Amna Al-Khabaisi starting from pole position and Lola Lovin-Foss from P2, we go to Harry for what promises to be an exciting race.
And foot to the floor as we go racing for race 2 in F1 Academy. It looked like it was a bit of a jump start though for Lola Lovin-Foss. That allows Amna Al-Khabaisi to get up and ahead in P1 through turn 1, and then Lena Bula, the Sauberback driver, through into third. A few cars running out right. That looks like it's a Prema out wide of Bianca Bustamante. She rejoins and nearly comes together with the ART Grand Prix car. Amna Al-Khabaisi wins race 2 in Austria for F1 Academy ahead of Lena Bula and Lola Lovin-Foss. A faultless drive from pole for Amna Al-Khabaisi. Gets a win on the board and a hug from her sister as well, Hamda, who secured a top 5 finish.
I feel amazing. Such an amazing feeling, and in Austria, so yeah. Me and my sister cheered each other when she won her first race, and her cheering me. It's like nostalgic.
Grid positions for the last race of the weekend are set during qualifying 2. This is the last opportunity for our drivers to get themselves up onto the podium for the finale of F1 Academy Round 1.
It's all eyes to the lights and foot to the floor as we go racing once again in Austria. Nerea Marty on the left-hand side, Hamda Al-Khabaisi on the right-hand side. Hamda's going to have to do it the long way round. Nerea breaks late, tries to force her out wide, but can't do it, leaves enough space. Nice racing between the two of them. Here's the move for the lead then. Hamda Al-Khabaisi in the orange MP Motorsport car, trying to attack the red and white Prema of Marta Garcia. Garcia holds on, but Hamda has a little bit more momentum coming out of the corner, but Marta is taking that defensive line. The checker flag is out for Marta Garcia, who holds on to take the win just in front of Hamda Al-Khabaisi. Marta Garcia wins race number 3 to extend her championship lead.
Hamda was like on me, and I was just like trying to defend as crazy, and yeah, finally got the win. So yeah, 2 wins today is really good. I'm really happy with it.
After 3 races then around the Red Bull Ring, let's take a look at how the standings shape up after round 1. Marta Garcia leads the way thanks to her race 1 and 3 wins, taking fastest lap and pole position points too, ahead of Amna Al-Khabaisi in second and Hamda Al-Khabaisi third in the championship. Frustrating weekend for Abby Pulling in the end, sees her 4th in the standings. Nerea Marty down in 8th, had a really strong opening weekend at her Campos, but was disqualified from race 1, so loses her podium after it was found her car was not in compliance with the technical regulations. Rodin Carlin's Jess Edgar inherited her 3rd place. Jilks and Lovin-Foss ran out the top 10 ahead of Carrie Schreiner, Chloe Chong, Emily DeHost, who found herself caught up in a few on-track incidents in front of Chloe Grant, and Meta Cassidy.
So that's all the action from us here in Austria. Thanks so much for joining us for the inaugural race weekend of F1 Academy, and we'll see you next week in Valencia.